Very excited today because if there's one thing I like more than reading the opinions of plebs, it's reading the opinions of plebs who are on holiday. We went on a canoe trip, but were very disappointed that no one told us there would not be a bathroom on board. It was very inconvenient.
We found that
Yeah, but they're not serious.
the sand was not like the sand in the brochure. Your brochure shows the sand as yellow, but it was white.
All right, I'll be honest. You're looking at photographs of a place where you want to go on vacation. You get a mental image in your head of what it's going to be like when you get off the plane, what you think you're going to see. And then when it doesn't look like that, you're disappointed. Are you disappointed enough to go write a review about it? I mean, that's insane, but I guess I could see it.
We went to a Mexican restaurant in Rome and the waiter was Italian. You assured us Italy was the best place for an authentic food experience.
It took us
No, these aren't real.
9 hours to fly home from Jamaica to England. It took the Americans only 3 hours to get home. This seems unfair.
Although the brochure said that there was a fully equipped kitchen, there was no egg slicer in the drawers.
There was no sign telling you that you shouldn't get in a hot air balloon if you're afraid of heights.
We bought Ray-Ban sunglasses for €5 from a street trader, only to find out they were fake.
I think it should be explained in the brochure that the local convenience store does not sell proper biscuits like custard creams or ginger nuts.
The accent is actually what's gonna make me laugh. Like the ginger nuts that's too funny. The proper biscuit, like the British of it all is gonna get me.
There was no milk and my tea. They brought me a separate jug of it. Who does that?
Isn't that extremely common everywhere on Earth, including the UK?
Should warn you that the sun is brighter in Mexico than it is in England. I would have worn sun cream if I knew.
The restaurant said children eat free, but my 19-year-old daughter still got charged for a meal.
The water in the Gulf of Mexico was too salty. No one told me that there was going to be salt in the water. It was gross.
Oh, this is amazing. These can't be real, dude. No way. They can't be.
The maid who cleaned our room made our towel into a swan shape. I don't like swans.
And then and that's the negative review. He wrote a negative review, which brought down the score of the hotel because of the swan-shaped towel. Because it's an animal that he doesn't like. Me and Fred looked at some of these on stream together, actually. Remember he found one? The person was giving a review of, I think it was the Grand Canyon. And they left a negative review and said big. Yeah, the national park one. So people will go to national parks and go on like the Google listing for, like, let's say like Yosemite, and then go complain about nature, like as if God's gonna see it and change something. Yeah, no, that's a thing. Fred showed it to me. It was a whole stream where we just looked at a bunch of them. They're complaining to nature. Yeah, it's a void. Like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Do they want the parks department to do something? Like, do you want the government to do something to change it? Like, there was too much water. Okay, do you want us to go in there and drain the lake? What do you want? Fill it in. Try better next time, God. I was quite disappointed in the management of the trees. You know, you're talking about some really like jaw-droppingly beautiful places, and then their instinct is just to go online and their instinct is to look at, you know, the Rocky Mountains in all their majesty, as the song goes, if I remember correctly, and then go online and be like, they weren't purple enough, 2.5 out of 10. The song said they were purple. They weren't purple. Why weren't the mountains purple? They were clearly advertised to be purple. I expected the mountains to be purple. I wanted it to look like a 1960s science fiction novel, paperback novel cover. Why does the song say they're purple? Those people were on drugs, that's why. Someone left a review on like Yellowstone National Park. They were like, I hated that I had to walk so much. Too much walking. You didn't think you were going to be walking around at the park? It's a park. And then you made it, like, in other words, you made it the park's problem. What do you think the outcome is going to be of you doing this? Yo, the sand wasn't yellow enough. Okay, we need to go dump a bunch of food dye on the beach? Let's do something. Let's fix this. People aren't going to come here anymore because the sand's not yellow. What? Everybody's time is getting wasted.
You told us that there was a rooftop pool, but above us was just another room.
We could not.
Dude, I don't. These are meant to be funny.
enjoy the
These
tour,
people-
as our tour guide was too ugly.
That's so good. That's so good. Fire that guy and replace him with a less ugly person. That's because, again, that's the impetus. Like, that's why the person bothers to leave the review, because they're hoping that they're going to see it and there's going to be some improvement. Not only, or it's this, right? You're warning away other people from having the experience. You're saying, like, other people who might see this, don't go there because the tour guide is too ugly. Change that guy's face.
Tasted funny, so I had to drink cocktails all week. Now I can't remember half my holiday.
That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.